Today, we're going to break down an incredibly powerful framework for mental resilience. And look, this isn't some self-help theory. This is a system that was forged under the most extreme pressure you can possibly imagine, and it was designed by a former Tier 1 operator to build what he calls an unbreakable mind. So let's dive in and see how it actually works. So this raw statement, it comes directly from the absolute chaos of the battlefield. Picture this, pinned down by machine gun fire, his team getting hit all around him. This elite operator felt the absolute terror of losing all control. And that feeling, that sense of total helplessness, well, that became the spark for everything that came next.
So how do you even begin to fight back against a feeling like that? Well, you don't just cross your fingers and hope for the best. You build a system. This framework he created wasn't just about surviving combat. It was about reclaiming total control, starting inside his own mind and then extending it to every single aspect of his life.
But here's the twist. You'd think this framework was born in the heat of battle, right? Actually, no. The operator's lowest mental health points came after he was physically injured. When he was sidelined by surgery, stripped of his physical abilities, that's when his mental state just plummeted.
And that's when it all clicked. He had this huge realization that his mental state was directly tied to physical action and disciplined routine. Here's the key takeaway. When the world feels like it's spinning out of control, you get your feet back under you by relentlessly, obsessively mastering the small things that are entirely within your control.
Okay, so how do you actually start building this control? The number one strategy is a concept he calls stacking micro-wins. It's this really deliberate way to start your day with just unstoppable momentum, building a foundation of victory before the world can even land a punch.
So what exactly is a micro-win? It's simple, but it's so powerful. It's not about some huge, life-changing accomplishment. It's a small, guaranteed victory that you have 100% control over. Making your bed, putting your socks on in the exact same order. Each tiny action proves to your brain that yes, you are in command.
And this just perfectly illustrates how it works. The real power of this morning routine comes from its automation. Notice how it actually starts the night before. That eliminates any decision-making for the next morning. The 5 a.m. alarm, that's non-negotiable. And the sequence that follows is so precise, it requires zero thought. Left sock, right sock. Same order, every single time. It's all about execution, not decision.
And here is the payoff. By the time he even thinks about his first cup of coffee, he has already stacked up 25 micro-wins. 25! Think about that for a second. Before most people have even hit snooze, he's already proven to himself 25 times over that he is in control, he is disciplined, and he is capable. That's how you build an unbreakable mind from the ground up.
But this discipline doesn't just stop in the morning. A huge part of this framework is mastering the transitions between the different roles we all play. For him, it was about being 100% the operator at work, and then flipping a switch to be 100% the husband and father at home, with absolutely no bleed over.
Just look at this comparison here. During work hours, he is completely compartmentalized, laser-focused only on the mission and his team. But the moment he starts that transition home, that entire persona is intentionally shut down to make way for the connected, selfless family man. And this doesn't happen by accident. It's a deliberate, tactical shift. And this is the exact protocol for making that shift. It's a 12-minute drive. The second the car is in park, the phone goes on Do Not Disturb. The next 11 minutes are purely for decompression. Calm music, quiet reflection. And then, crucially, in that final minute, he mentally rehearses walking through the door, greeting his family, and being the person they need him to be.
The discipline carries right into the evening with the simple but really profound ritual. A 20-minute walk with his wife. No phones, no distractions. The structure is everything. 10 minutes for her to talk about her day, completely uninterrupted. Then, at the halfway mark, it's his turn. This one single practice reinforces their connection and makes sure both of them feel heard every single day.
Now, you know, it would be easy to look at all this intense, rigid discipline and think it's just about self-optimization. But the real purpose, the why behind it all, it's something much deeper.
This quote just perfectly captures the whole philosophy. The time he invests in his morning routine, the strict boundaries he sets, yeah, those are selfish acts in the moment, but they're what fills his tank so that for the rest of the day, he can be completely selfless for his team and for his family.
And this is the whole point. All of these routines are designed to leave the commando at work. The structure isn't a prison. It's the very thing that creates the freedom to be fully present. It makes sure the stress and the baggage of the day don't walk through that front door with him. So let's boil all of this down into the core principles. This is how you can take these battlefield-tested ideas and start building your own framework for resilience no matter what you do for a living.
So here they are, the 4 unbreakable principles. First, control the controllables. Simple. Focus your energy only on what is directly in your power. Second, stack micro-wins. Intentionally build a ladder of small victories every morning to generate that momentum. Third, master your transitions. Use deliberate rituals to shift between the different hats you wear in life so you can be 100% present for each one. And finally, and this might be the most important one, discipline is a selfless act. The investment you make in yourself pays the highest dividend to the people you care about the most. So as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with a question. This isn't about overhauling your entire life overnight. It's about one small, deliberate action. So what is it? What is the first, tiny, controllable victory you are going to achieve tomorrow morning to start building your own unbreakable mindset?